So again, this is Jonathan Pratt. We're just getting started here with Borden MFRC on our web exchange about great ideas for communicating with families. Thanks so much for all of you for joining us and for Borden for sharing some of their great ideas today. Just before we get started, I wanted to do a quick roll call to make sure that I've got everyone marked down, because it's good for us to know who's attending and who wasn't able to make it today. So I'll just go down in alphabetical order on the web exchange here. Looks like we've got Dean and we've got Devin, Diane, and Donna and Elaine, Joanne, Tara McNeil, Lynn Milligan, Stephanie Boucher from here, from Terry Telford, and Vicky Bélanger from here. Yeah. Or sorry, from Valcartier. My apologies. Now, do we have anyone on the teleconference line who I haven't called out yet?
I know your daughter would, if ever she consents, for example, when she finds out.
Doesn't sound like it, so I might switch that off if no one joins us in the next 5 minutes or so. Otherwise, it'll keep on talking to us. So again, if you could please mute your mic while you're not talking. So if you roll over to your name on the right-hand side, there's a microphone right next to your name. Just click on that until there's a red microphone, and that'll mean that your mic is muted. So without further ado, let's move on to Borden MFRC, and we'll let Donna and Kim take it away.
Hi, sorry, this is Kim. I can still hear somebody talking, so I don't know who it is that's talking, but so today we're here to talk about great ideas for communicating with families. So the first thing how we reach out is I'm lucky enough here at the Borden Family Resource Center where I receive everyone's posting message. When I get the posting message, I'll send out a letter welcoming them and their family to our area, and we'll customize it. So if they're going to move to Barrie, to Alliston, if they need francophone services, special needs, anything like that, they can let me know and we'll send it out. If I don't hear back from them, they also need to clear in and clear out with me. So when they come in, we will offer them one as well. Now we're finding when members come in and they're clearing in with me, Dawn and I are giving them all the information they need, whether it's about paint night or the book club, digital photography, social coffee, anything like that. But they have a lot on their minds too right now by clearing in and getting ready for their careers, and a lot of it isn't getting home to the families. So what we've done is we've made up a form called the Family Information Form. And all of them have cell phones on them, so they'll get their spouse's phone number and write it down for us. And then what happens is that I will send it off to Donna.
Hi everyone, I'm Donna. So as Kim said, my role is to connect with the spouses of the military members. I use this time to welcome the families to Borden, to our center, and to the services we offer. I make sure that they have received our welcome package, if they have had a chance to go through it, and if they had any questions regarding our services, our programs, and so on. I also take the time to ask if they would be interested in being part of our email distribution list so that we may inform them of the activities that we offer on a monthly basis. I encourage them to come visit our center, see the various programs we have, and to be familiar as to where it is in the first place. If they can come in at their leisure if they like, but if they feel more comfortable booking a time with us, and then we would accommodate that as well. And we would walk through the center with them and explain each area that we have. Another way of communicating with our families is during social coffee. So a lot of times I will bring up our activities, our services, our programs, anything new. This way, if they don't hear it from their military spouses or the military member, they're hearing it from the center here one way or another, whether it's by email or face-to-face. Yeah.
So this is Kim again. Another way we draw families in is by having a draw. Everybody likes to win something. So Angus Borden Guardian Pharmacy has donated this summer 2 gifts for us, 2 gift baskets. So what we did is we had a draw for all new families coming, one in July and one in August. So the draws went very well. The second draw we had in August, we actually had people calling us asking if they could come in. They were new families because they heard about the draw. And then once they come in for the draw, then we're able to let them know about all the different services and what we have upcoming and going. And then again, if we didn't get to any of them to be on the distribution list that Donna just talked about, then we can get their names added to the distribution list. So that is a draw that we have for all new families. And we also have the calendar. So I do these calendars every month. Sometimes, well, they're always a theme. We have the October one up, and it has everything we have from Kiddie Care to Stay and Play to the Youth Center to the Community Integration Program. Any activity or anything we have going on is on here. And as you can see, it's color coordinated to the extensions that they need to call for more information. So we have them on our Facebook. I upload them on our website. I also have paper copies at the center when they come so that they can have it on their fridge, or they can print it off or come in and pick up one. And it's just a reminder of everything that we have going on and who to contact if they're interested. So I don't know if he can put up the October calendar to show them, or there we go. So that's the October one. I do them every month, and they'll have everything posted on what we have going on. Every activity, whether it's children, youth, adults, something important going on the base, it's all put up on there. And that's a great way for the families to remember about our upcoming activities. And of course, color coordinated to the extension so they can call the right person to get more information if they want. And that's it for us, really.
Okay, excellent. Thank you guys so much for sharing that. So what would you, well, actually, before I come up with my questions, let's put it back out to the group. So I'm just going to unmute you all. And do you have any questions? Okay, it looks like there's a question from Joanne Coté.
I was just wondering if all the families are included in the draw, or just the families that have come into the center?
New families. This is a draw for new families arriving within the posting season.
So they don't have to actually drop into the center in order to be included in the draw?
No, they can give us a call, but most of them will come in, will call us and ask if they can come in to put their name in, because we just draw it once a month.
Oh, I see. So they actually have to come in and fill out a form to be put in the draw?
Usually, yes, unless there's circumstances that prevents them from coming in. They don't have a vehicle, they live outside of the base, then we'll gladly put their name in for them. But a lot of them do want to come because that way they can see all the different promotional things we have to offer.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from folks? Devin, it looks like you put a check mark there. Does that mean you had a question?
Hello?
Hi there, it sounds like someone is on the teleconference line.
Yes, this is Jacqueline from the MFRC in Bagotville.
Okay.
I have a question about the family info form. What exactly is on it? Like, is it a different form? What are you asking there? What?
Can you put it back up online, the form?
Sure.
Okay, she wants to know about the
Okay, sorry about that. Kim and I are sharing a headset. So what was the question again regarding the form?
It's just because I can't see it. I was just wondering what kind of question you were asking.
So the form that you're seeing on the screen right now, this is the form that the military member would actually fill out.
Okay, but is it just all about family?
Sorry, you're cutting out, so I didn't hear your question clearly.
It's just because I'm on the phone, I can't actually see the form.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the form that we get the military member to fill out, it actually asks like his information, like unit, rank, last name, first name. And then family contact would be whether it's a spouse, partner, parent, sibling. And then they would put that person's name down, the phone number that's best to reach them, and the preferred language, so that when I give a call, if it's a French family, then I'm going to speak French to them, and if it's English, then that's what I would do as well. But Jonathan, if you could put the other form up that I have so that I can talk about it. So when I actually make my phone calls to the families, you know, the questions I ask is, have you received a welcome package? I explain our center services. I ask, would you like to be added to the center's email list? The other question is, have you visited the center? You know, pretty much we would, you know, like to welcome you to our center, and you can come visit at any time, because pretty much we're there for them, right? So that's how I go about it. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Jacqueline, whereabouts are you calling from?
Bagotville?
Okay. In Bagotville?
Yes.
Okay. And just so that you know, all of the forms that are shared here today on the WebEx will also be on the website later on for download by you guys if you find that useful, just because this is about sharing some great ideas. So I like to share all the resources that are put out there, whether it's by the presenters or from any one of you. So you'll be able to download those and see those on the website in a few days.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. So it looked like Diane, I believe, Diane, you had a question as well. I'm just going to unmute you there.
Oh, there.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, perfect.
Linda is with me, and it's actually Linda that has the question.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, it's Linda McCauley here. I didn't actually have a question. I just wanted to let you know that I think your calendar is absolutely wonderful.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to pass the microphone to Kim, because Kim's the one that actually creates that. She's the one that makes them look so phenomenal. So hang on, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Kim
Hi,
here.
Kim.
Hi.
This is Linda McCauley from North Bay.
Hello.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to tell you that I think your calendar is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
It's really nice. It looks really nice.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's a great idea to color code everything, and it just looks really nice.
Yeah, it's easier for the families if they want something specific than to find the extension if it's color-coded like that. And every month I do something different. November's I just finished, sent to the printers. It's about Remembrance Day. December's is about Christmas, stuff like that.
Oh, do you have your calendars online?
I upload
your
them
website?
to, yes, it's
oh, you
on.
do?
Yep, so it's down with the, if you go on our main page of Borden, it's
okay.
The sliders.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks so much, Kim.
You're welcome.
Okay, and it looks like, Dean, you had a question as well.
Yeah, thanks. This is Dean from MFS, and it looks like my question is, because my question is very similar to what I'm reading in the chat box of Vicky Belanger. Do you come across or do you experience from time to time the military member thinking that he or she doesn't want information being sent to the family, and the family waiting for information to be sent to them, and the two sides haven't discussed as a family, do they want to be the family that goes to the website and gets the information on their own and do the research for the information, or do they want to be the family where the information is sent to them automatically? because my experience has been we have a number of families that they don't actually, one has made the choice for the entire family, but the other party doesn't know that choice has been made. And if you've come across that, have you got any solutions on how we make that better?
No, most of the time when we're clearing in a member, they very much want to reach out, us to reach out to the spouse. We haven't had any yet where they haven't wanted to, because really the form looks a little extensive, but as long as they give us their spouse's name and a phone number, and they all carry a phone on them, then we do the work. We do the rest for it. So we haven't come across anyone that hasn't had their spouse's phone number. And in fact, at least here in Borden, they're relieved that they don't have to remember all this to bring back to the spouse. So we haven't encountered anyone that didn't want to at least leave a phone number or anything like that. I mean, the form, you can leave a lot of information, but even if they just leave the spouse's name and their phone number, that's good enough for us, and we'll reach out by phone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's a great question, and clearly it's shared by a number of the MFRCs. So actually, I'll put it out to the rest of the group, but Donna and Linda feel free to comment on this as well. What would you do, or what have you done that you find is the most useful for working with families where the member doesn't feel like they need any services, so doesn't pass along the MFRC info? Any ideas around that?
That's one of the reasons why we got the family intake form. We mostly see that when someone is going overseas. We have a different form that they fill out so that we can contact the family for warm line calls for anything that we have going on. A lot of the times they will say, no, my spouse has been through it before, she doesn't want anything. But when it comes to new families arriving, we haven't really encountered that. All they need, like I said, is their spouse's name and a phone number, and we'll take it from there. We'll give them a call, and then of course it's up to the spouse to let us know if they want our services or anything. But we haven't ever encountered anyone that hasn't. I mean, the list itself looks a little extensive, the unit and all that, but we're fine as long as we get a spouse's name and a phone number, because then Donna will call them right away and find out if they'd like to be on a distribution list. It's just an email that they'll get monthly about everything that's upcoming and going on.
Okay, excellent. And then you have another question that's related from Vicky and Valcartier. Do you try to reach them by text on their cell phone?
We try to reach them by texting on their cell phone.
Not texting.
Just one moment.
I don't normally do texting. If someone has provided an email for the spouse, I may send out an email, and at the bottom of my email it will say, if you don't want to receive future emails, please let me know by putting unsubscribe in the subject line. So so for the texting part, I don't know. Like, they wouldn't know that it's the MFRC sending them a message, and I wouldn't want them to feel like I was I don't know, like where they weren't comfortable, like, who is this sending me a message? You know, like, so I don't know what if families would like that. I've never even thought of asking, but email, Facebook, and talking on the phone seems to be the best way to communicate with our families.
Okay, and you haven't had any problems of that being filtered out as spam or anything like that?
No, not really. I've not encountered anyone who was not happy receiving the email. I've not encountered anyone that wasn't happy to receive my call and say, you know, like, I heard you just moved here, welcome to Borden. I don't know if you've had a chance to come to our center, but, you know, I welcome you to come see all the wonderful programs we have and services. And, you know, once you're here, if you have questions, we are more than happy to answer them at that point. Because sometimes it takes time to think of all these things that once they get settled and stuff like that, right? So, yeah.
Okay. And what do you find you get the most uptake on in terms of registrations and people coming out to events? Is it through emails? Is it through posting things out in the community, print, or maybe on social media? or through the phone calls? What do you find is the most effective?
I think all of the above. only because like some see it on the internet, some see it at the gym where our posters are, because we have bulletin boards throughout the base. So, you know, sometimes they're at the Canex, you know, and they see the advertising there. Facebook, website, the gym has our posters as well.
We also create all the posters for.
We, like Kim, my partner, she also creates all the posters and she advertises everything. So she's responsible for our website, the Facebook page, and all that. So she does all our marketing. So, you know, sometimes the email is just a reminder too, like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And then it gives them that little incentive to give us a call, register for that workshop or, you know, event that we're going to be having. It's just one of the things that I've heard through families, through my social coffee, is that, you know, their spouses weren't sharing the information. So when this family intake form came about, I thought it was we thought it was a great opportunity to reach out to the spouses themselves directly and get them to tell us what information they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, excellent. And there's a number of people writing in the chat that talking about making welcome calls, and all calls are very well received by families in their areas. And Leanna also mentions we do welcome calls and home visits once the members and their family have arrived. We also bring a little welcome gift with us. So actually, I'll put out a question to all the participants. You see the check mark, the green check mark on the right-hand side near your names there. Which ones of you actually do welcome calls out to the members and their families? If you could put a green check mark if you do a welcome call, that'll just give us a sense of how many of you actually use that as a way to communicate. Okay, so quite a few of you. Yeah, quite a few check marks. Excellent. Now, Dean, you mentioned that you're sensing that making it personal is what makes a difference. Did you have your hand up there? Did you want to chat about that for a second?
Sorry, no, I didn't mean to have my hand up. I don't even know how to take it. Oh, that's how you take it down. Sorry, it's gone.
No problem.
It's just that I wanted to say that the theme that I keep hearing over and over again, and it's something that I know to be true as well, is that when you're reaching the family, it's making it personal. It's one thing to have like great publicity and stuff, but it's that individual phone call that involves listening, and I think that makes a huge difference. It's what I get whenever I get the opportunity to work with families.
Yeah. I agree.
Excellent. Okay, so and Diane actually mentioned something new about home visits. Due to insurance, we can no longer go to homes. So Diane, did you want to just mention that or talk about that for a second? Or if your audio doesn't seem to be working, then feel free to chat about it, and I'll relay it and make sure that everybody here's your 5 cents on that. Any other questions for the presenters before we close off? It looks like we've got about 3 minutes left in our half hour. I like to keep these things on time just so that you guys can get, because a lot of you I know have squeezed this in between other things, so I want to make sure that you get to other things on time. Any other questions? I don't see any hands up. So just keep in mind that this is not the only opportunity. The reason why we actually show the presenters on the first slide is so that feel free to contact them or myself or any of the people on this web exchange. It's all about sharing best practices. So So hopefully this is just the beginning of a conversation, and there's many more themes coming up in the next few months as well. So thank you very much to our presenters for being here today and for taking the time to show us all their great ideas and the pictures. If you didn't get a chance to see those, again, I'll be uploading them to the website in a few days. And we've got another web exchange next week that I'll be emailing off to you shortly. So thanks very much to everyone today, and have a great rest of the day.